it locked on the People's Telly. It's time for Your Image, the public relations program on television. Today, my guest is a big fish. I have with me the chairman of the Ogun State chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR. I speak about our highly performing Mrs. Seun Boye. Mrs. Seun Boye, you're welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, viewers. It's a pleasure to be live here at PR Primus show. I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure.
Great.
Thank you for inviting me.
Great, welcome. Okay, so I'd like you to tell our viewers, what public relations is. What did this public relations mean, sir? Like they say on the street.
Okay, let me start on this note. Some people say public relations is brown envelope. When you want to give envelope to anyone after a project, or when journalists have an interview with you and you want to give them something, they say it's PR. No, that's not what we do.
Okay.
That's not what we represent. So let me just start on this funny note. One of our business meetings, I said, who are public relations professionals? So I said, we are not journalists.
Okay.
We're not content creators.
Okay.
We're not media managers.
Right.
We're not PR managers.
Mm-hmm.
We're not strategists. We're not crisis managers.
Right.
We're not content creators.
Okay.
So
Then what are we?
Everybody was like, Chama, what are you saying? I said, we are all of this put together.
Right.
So public relations is simply defined as an art and science of building and managing relationships between an organization and its various publics. So you understand the various publics. We have internal publics, the external publics, government, media, the general public.
Amazing.
So it's an art because you need creatives. You need to be creative to come up with compelling stories. You need to put your stories together. You have to present your case to be factual. It has to be transparent. It has to be clean and clear.
Amazing.
It has to get the required feedback that you desire.
Amazing.
So that's why it is an art. So for being it a science, it has to do with research. It has to do with analytics. You need to measure your campaign.
Amazing.
You need to check feedbacks. You also need to analyze the success of your campaign.
Right.
Is it getting the right result and all of that? So in whole, public relations blends human with touch of digital.
Amazing.
So you have to be able to blend all of this together.
Okay.
We're not just public relations on the paper. You have to be honest. We say it as it is in PR.
Thank
It's
you.
not propaganda at all.
Thank you very much for that robust definition of public relations. Last week, something happened in the country. We had the first National Reputation Day. First, what led to this? I mean, you are a member of the committee. Okay, what led to this formation of the National Reputation Day? Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let me try to set the record straight. Just being co-opted to the Nigeria Reputation Management Group. I serve as the interim secretary. So let me just give you a brief insight into what happens at the Nigeria Reputation Group, which led to the Reputation Day event. So the Nigerian Reputation Management Group is an initiative of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations under the leadership of our amiable and hardworking President, Dr. Nelly Akowe, NIPR. So the mandate for the Nigerian Reputation Management Group is to lead the conversation, conscientious effort towards rebuilding, rebranding the reputation of Nigeria. So that's happening using strategies like research, advocacy, campaign. We need to, rebrand the reputation of Nigeria. A lot of things happen concerning our reputation. So a lot of people say, Nigeria happens to you. When anything negative happens, they say, Nigerian happens to you. So why will you measure negativity with Nigeria? So Nigeria is not doing badly after all. We are a resilient community, we're resilient people, but we just need to get some things right, which is our reputation. So reputation is very key in all we do. So part of the mandate of that group when it was inaugurated is to ensure that the reputation gate of Nigeria is manned by professionals. So we can't just leave the reputation gate to be manned by anybody. It has been left unmanned for so many years, but the NIPR has decided that henceforth everybody is a call to everyone. So the mandate was given to the Nigerian Reputation Management Group. It has a 10-man board led by the chairman, Chief Yomi Badejo YBO. So he's ably assisted by two powerful chairmen.
Okay.
So you have Dr. Ajia Lamitumaka as first vice chairman, and then Dr. Alice Ajay, she's the second vice chairman. So we also have another advisory body which is led by Dr. Reputation John Momo, so that's the way we call it.
Okay.
So and
the chairman of
CG,
Channel Television.
Yeah, Channel CEO, Channel TV. So and the vice president of the advisory body is the CG of Custom, Alhaji Bashir Adewale. So those are the brains behind the Nigerian
So
Reputation.
what strategies are you employing to change this narrative?
Okay, so for us to change this narrative and have a reputable Nigeria, there are 5 indices. So number 1 is you have to be resilient. You have to be. Everyone has to be. If you are doing something, it's not that today you are reputable today, tomorrow you throw caution to the wind. You understand? So everybody must be consistent. Consistency is very key in managing. So you do the right thing today, then you must continue. You must be intentional. You must continue to do it. It's not that when you are alone, you do anyhow. Or maybe when you are outside the country, you travel outside Nigeria, everybody on the queue. When you come back to Nigeria, you start to shout at the immigration process. You start to curse Nigeria.
You have to behave anyhow.
Yes, but you have to be consistent in your actions, as reputation people. So we are trying to reorientate everybody. So Nigeria is our country. We should make it so proud that all of us will be proud of it. So it's not that when we're outside the country alone, that's when we do what is right. So that's that. Then talk about responsibility. We have to take responsibility for our actions. When we err, when we make mistakes, we have to correct it.
We have to own up.
Own up to our, we have to be responsible. Then you have to respect with dignity everyone, institutions, you respect the citizen. I saw a viral video sometimes back where you see a man in uniform beating up 2 people. You need to show respect. They are Nigerians. They are human. Right. The fact that you are wearing a uniform does not make you
a superhuman being.
So everybody is equal. So that is very important, So part of the strategies that we're also looking at to drive reputation is that everybody, we must excellence. Excellence is key.
Yeah.
You have to be excellent in what you do. You don't do anything that will not dignify you as an individual, as an individual, so as a country at large. So all of these parameters are very important in rebranding our reputation.
Let's start from the family.
Okay.
What is expected of the family, the father, the mother, and the children? What about truth? How should we uphold truth?
Okay, let me just cite this example. Sometimes back, I attended a friend's 60th birthday, and the wife just came out to say, my husband is very transparent. She was saying transparent. I was like, wow. I don't know why she was emphasizing on transparency. You understand? So transparency is very key. As a couple, you have to open up to each other. You have to be transparent. You have to carry each other along. You don't try to keep your women. We like to do something. We like to keep our money to ourselves. We be pretending that you don't have money. So you need to open up. The men will not take them. They don't even want to take your money, right? But just to let them know what you do. Just to open up to your family, train your children. Don't leave the responsibility of teaching or training your children to their school. If you see some parents, you go to their school, their children's school to go and fight. A lot happens. Some parents will go and buy exam centers for their, so what are you imbibing in the lives of those children? So this is where it starts. Reputation starts from the home front. Everybody needs to be transparent. You need to be accountable. You need to do the right thing. Train your children the way they will grow. The Bible even says that if you don't train them, they to come back to you in the future.
Okay, what of those parents who usually teach their children how to lie? Go and tell him that I'm not at home.
Okay.
Go and tell him that this. So how do we change that?
Honestly speaking, those are things that generate to issues in the future. So some people are saying that they are just trying to manage the situation. It's not that you are lying. Even like I even cite an example. Okay, somebody was supposed to drop something for me
Okay.
from Lagos, and the person was not forthcoming, and somebody said that tell him that you need that thing because it is so urgent. So the person said, it's all, you don't need to lie, just tell them that you need your thing. So it depends on the angle you view it. I think for me, I would rather say the truth, nothing but the truth. So the children will know that my mom, she doesn't lie, my father does not lie, so they also emulate, they imbibe that character and habit. So if we try to lie now, you try to lie again and again and
you need
again.
so many lies to cover up.
So let honesty be the watchword. Exactly. So
okay, let's look at this Nigeria First policy. You know, let's eat our food, let's drink our drinks, let's wear our clothes. You know, because all over the world now, the in thing is for Nigeria music. You know, the in thing is for, we see Chinese and Europeans eating our akpu with okra, and we do even Chinese making amala. So what's this Nigeria First thing, and how is it going to add to the reputation of the country?
Okay, you know, when we had the reputation day this year, the theme was better reputation, better Nigeria. So the conversation is that we should leverage on the 5 ends of our culture, which is the material. Talking about, look at the fabric, look at you're wearing Nigeria, I'm also wearing Ankara. So let's showcase our strength to the global world. You know, when you travel, I love to travel in my African way, you understand. So all of them, they see us as, we have a lot of pride to showcase to the world. So, but I don't know why some of us feel shy to associate with what we produce locally. Look at what Adire is doing in Ogun State. Amazing. Even for us in NIPR, we're having an end of the year get together. And the theme is Owambe Night, and what we are wearing, everybody is wearing Adire. If you are not wearing Adire, don't bother to come, because that's the official uniform, you understand. So let's embrace what we have. Nigeria is really doing very well. Look at Adire, look at Ankara, look at the Kente and all of that. So let's embrace it. So talking about music, our music is all over the world. The Ashakes of this world, the Asha, the Davido. If you travel abroad, I went for a party in Mexico sometimes in June, and all the music there was just Nigeria music. I was like, it was like I was in Nigeria. Everybody was just dancing and singing, you know. You know, so it's all fun. So let's embrace, let's appreciate what we have. That's when the other part of the world can appreciate us. But if we condemn what we have, so you know, it's a lot. So let's also look at man.
That's
we talk about music, we talk about material, so we talk about movies too. See our movies making waves. Look at all our movies on Netflix, on YouTube, on, you know, I can go on and on. So many, you know, a lot of people are putting energy into producing all of these movies, and when you travel, the only thing that will keep you company sometimes is your phone. You watch YouTube, you watch Netflix, you watch Nigeria. For instance, I don't watch foreign movies. I don't really love it. I love my Nigerian music, my Nigerian movies. So you know, now our jollof rice is going to Guinness Book of Records.
Thanks to Bashi.
The largest jollof rice for everybody. When you travel Nigeria jollof, everybody wants to eat Nigeria jollof. Even there is another jollof rice now that is not Nigeria jollof, traditional rice or something. They will put palm oil and all of that. There is also ofada. So let's appreciate what we have as a country, and it will be better. It will make Nigeria a better country that even globally everybody will be so proud of us too. But we just need to change the narrative. Nigeria is a good country. Let's be transparent, let's be honest, let's be accountable, and let's think of reputation in all we do. Our slogan at the NRMG is reputation first.
Reputation first.
That's our appeal.
Reputation first.
So anything you do, reputation is very
That's
key.
integrity.
Because if you don't have integrity, the leaders will not even, they will not appreciate the leaders. Who is this governor? Who is this president? Who is this government? So transparency is a watchword, yes.
Okay, tell us, the NIPR in Ogun State has been under you in the last 4 years. What are your achievements?
Okay, so let me say it's not 4 years, it's 3 years.
Okay, 3 years. Looks like 4 years.
3 years. So let me not take glory for 4 years. We're
Okay.
just, by this December now will be 3 years. So
Okay.
the next business meeting
Right.
will be an AGM business
AGM
meeting. By the grace of
meeting.
God, next year,
Okay.
2026, will be rounding up. It will be an election AGM. So it's been God all the way. You know, when we came on board in 2022, we had a 7-point agenda. We want to do a lot of things, but we said, okay, let's streamline everything to 7. So by the help of God, let me give glory to Him. He has been our supporter, He's been our help. With the support of the ESCO and other members of the chapter, we've been able to achieve 6 out of the 7-point agenda. So this year we had 2-day workshop, the maiden edition.
Right.
So we had about 65 participants. The first time we are having such a workshop in the history of the chapter without collaborating with anyone. It's solely powered by Ogun NIPR. So we had participants from government, from private sector, from paramilitary, from police.
Amazing.
It was amazing, and we have quality resource persons, industry experts who were in attendance. So, and I was happy when feedback came. So, that was a superb training. When are you doing another one? Are you taking us out of the country? Are you taking us to a resort? So that's enough. Is good news for me.
Yeah.
It's good, you know, it's good
Good
music in
feedback.
my ear. Yeah, you understand. So God has helped us. We had our colloquium just this month. We spoke on leadership and reputation, how public relations can be used to build trust. So we had over 400 participants. Even some of our resource persons that came from other chapters said, wow,
Okay.
even they have never attended a colloquium with this large number. So we give credit to the planning team. So we give credit to everyone who came. Everybody said, NIPR in Ogun State, everybody wants to associate with us.
Amazing.
And it's because God has helped us, let me say, we have been very consistent. We have been very resilient. We are not after, it's about reputation, right? So we can't be running after money. Give us money, give us money. So we're trying to manage whatever resources that we have. Of course, sometimes we are challenged with funds, but we are finding a way to wriggle it out.
When the going gets tough.
The stuff gets going. So it's a whole lot of challenges, it's a whole lot of commitment.
You've not spoken about when we hosted Nigeria.
Wow. So the
Talk about
2024
that.
Nigerian Public Relations Week was hosted by us, proudly Ogun NIPR. So even at Nechi PR Roundtable yesterday, Oguchia, that was the super NPR week, even the maiden edition. It wasn't a bad outing. We had a good time with the array of personalities that came, both private sector, government. People even came in outside the country to attend. It was a week of wonders, let me say, under the chairmanship of same YBU. YBU has been a very great mentor to me. He has taught me a lot while working with him. So the NPR week was so superb. We had Governor inaugurated that day as a patron of Ogun chapter. We had so many sessions. We had a lot of people, different breakout sessions. We had evening of fun. Every day we are having evening of fun. In the morning it's serious business meeting. In the evening it's fun evening. So it went on like that. That was health check. So it was a whole lot, and everybody wants to be. Now we have increased number of interest in NIPR. So
okay, you're watching Your Image, the only public relations program on television. Our guest is the chairman of the Ogun NIPR, Mrs. Seun Boye, and she's been talking a lot about some of the achievements of Ogun NIPR in the last 3 years. Mrs. Boye, let's take it further. Well, personally, you've been in government, you've been in corporate world.
Okay.
Now, what's next?
Okay,
so run it by SB. What's that?
That's my new brand. Okay, like you mentioned, I worked with government for 20 years, and I think I wasn't too fulfilled.
Okay.
It wasn't too challenging. It wasn't challenging for me. Maybe because of the journey that I've been through in different areas. So I said, okay, I actually look forward to having a good career in government. It's not bad, but for me, if you don't do much, nobody queries you. The promotion will still come. But for me, I wanted more. I wanted to have that private sector experience. So when I saw the the job vacancy at International Breweries. I said, let me give it a try, and I jumped at it, and I was lucky. I was, you know,
You were
I
taken.
was, yeah, I was taken. So I spent over a year to work with them, 1 year, 4 months.
And you got bored again.
So not really, not really, but
Okay.
you know what I did within that period transformed me,
Okay.
transformed my career. So I was
Right.
like, all the work that everybody comes together to do at the then where I was working, I don't want to start mentioning
Yeah.
it, is what only one person will do in the private sector. So we are everywhere. I was corporate affairs and sustainability manager. I oversee gateway plants, Elisha plants. We have a depot in Oyo, Ibadan. I
Amazing.
travel, do
Multitasking.
multitask, and it's a
Yeah.
one-man role.
It is one man role.
It's a one-man role. So you are always on the edge. You
challenged.
need to meet up with the expectation. There are KPIs that you must meet. If you don't meet up with your KPIs, you are going nowhere. So, but for me, because I was determined, I was rugged, I was, resilient. So by the first 6 months, I was able to get my confirmation. And the KPIs they set for me were extremely tough. But because of the
These are key performance indicators, KPIs.
yes, so they were tough, but God helped me. I was able to manage and I achieved them. So I got that merit increase after that. So going forward, I was like, okay, if I would be putting so much energy in somebody's business, why would I not do my
It's your own dream.
So I said, okay. And because working in the private sector means you are dedicated every day, all your life is you have to get results, else you'll be sacked. And I don't want to do that, so that was not what I wanted. I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to start my brand, but I needed the experience at both government and the private sector for me to achieve. So that was why I decided to leave and
That's
started
great.
my
We thank God for your trajectory.
Run it by
So,
NIP.
what's your advice to members of NIPR who may be watching you now, in terms of how to achieve their dreams and get to the limit?
Okay, so my advice for my professional colleagues is that don't give up, be resilient, have a focus. Because if you don't have a focus, you may be carried away.
Right.
But you need to be determined. You must be determined to succeed. If you are not determined, you may not succeed. You must have a passion for what you do, and you must always strive to add extra to whatever responsibility that's in your hand. If they ask you to do something, just make sure you do it, then you put extra effort so that at the end of the day they will say, okay, like I'm running a campaign, I'm not supposed to say it because they may charge me for commercial. I'm running a campaign for Alethea University for admission. The campaign is supposed to run for 1 month and all of that, so I added extra, and they were like, wow. Why?
Okay.
So so just be at the best and always do extra.
Right.
So that's the secret.
So always do extra, be intentional about it,
Be determined.
and be determined and be professional about it.
Yeah.
That's the size of the package today. Mrs. Boye, we'd like to thank you
All right.
for honoring our invitation. Time flies.
How time flies.
Right.
So it's already time has gone.
It's gone. Until next week, when we come your way again with a fresh edition of the program. This is yours sincerely, Dari Folarin, saying bye for now.